number one thing that triggers me is the light and the environment, and then it's the subject. And you need all three to make a great shot. I don't use the lens in a traditional sense, like, oh, I'm going to do a portrait, I'm going to use a 50. So I'll use, if I can get there myself, I'll use the 24. If I can't reach it, I'll use a 50. So I'm looking for the similar kind of look, but using the lenses for convenience rather than characteristics they're meant to have.
Color plays a huge role in how I tell a story, how I compose for an image. It's not just when I'm in Lightroom and I slap on some edit or some preset. Color's so much more complex than that. Plays a massive role in how I actually compose a photograph.
When you're out photographing, if your mind is sort of clogged up with a lot of technical concerns or intellectual things, and those are kind of buzzing around in your head, it's probably going to make it difficult for you to be really receptive to what you're seeing and just what's happening in front of the camera.
I'm having conversation, creating dialogue in a way that I actually never have with strangers. And that's the funny thing about having a camera, is that the world kind of opens up to you. People are willing to share a little bit more about who they are, where they're from, talk to you about your camera, whatever it is. And I really, really enjoyed moving through spaces and actually trying to hold on to them a little bit.
With all the imagery that we are producing, how can we now make a difference? Are we making a difference?
The best street photography has this air of mystery, this tension, this something just happened or something's about to happen, or what is the narrative, and people get to inject themselves into that. Black and white removes all the barriers to interpretation.
Street photography really gave me an insight into living that moment, into understanding the light, understanding the backdrops, and using them to my advantage.
Right down the smack dab of the middle is your focus point. That's ground zero. That's your main target. Everything to the left is your front focus. Everything to the right is your rear focus or your back focus. Essentially what this is saying is if you're shooting at f11, your scale, your zone, is going to be 3.5 feet to about 9 feet.
I was doing this to understand who I am, why I'm here, and my own place in the world and in my community. So photography and taking pictures on the street is a way for me to orient myself.
It's actually quite hard to find women who will let me photograph them. They're really afraid of our attention-getting culture. Why am I making these women visible when they really don't care to? And I have to get them on board and say, because we need you.
Where it's about timing, getting that one moment, knowing how they move, collaborate with them to capture the movement and do its justice.